Oh, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. Let us continue with the Circular Oasis. This is the area where we have just entered in the end of the previous episode. We have solved just one puzzle where we have noticed.
It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets in my ball bearings.
Okay. As I was saying, in the end of the previous episode, we have just entered this area. God, that threw me off. We have just entered this area, and yeah, we are just walking around. We solved just one puzzle, saw some moving elements. And this was it. How far can I go? I did not expect this reference right away. We do have some virtual invisible wall. That's alright. Maybe just trying to see if something is gonna happen. Now, puzzle number 1 is done. Let's try to locate number 2. 2 should be right ahead, right? Will this sign also correspond? No, this points me to the other way. Melville!
Did something break?
Not to my knowledge. What do you think about Miranda creating a life?
Personally, I'd focus on creating things that help human beings. But her desire to spread life seems admirable to me. If most of the universe is dead, not doing anything with all that space seems like a waste.
It does seem like a waste, but unless the emptiness is the purpose, you know, like, why can you not tolerate an empty space? And just like, I would prefer my desk to be mostly empty, right? Monitor, keyboard, mouse, yes, but like, I have other crap and trash around that just occasionally appears, and I don't put any effort into cleaning that or finding a place for it, and then I just try to ignore it. Like, I limit my space to what I can interact with and make it smaller, and like, now I pretend like it's cleaner. In fact, it's not. So I would prefer stuff to be empty. I mean, maybe not every stuff, but at least my desk. So when you say that, like, it seems like a waste, well, I'm not sure I can completely agree on that. The Reaches. From selected archive documents, getting rich was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I see that now, at the end, when the insight is useless. Not being poor was great. No longer having to worry all the time, being able to afford the best doctors, being able to go on holidays, being able to take care of my mother. But being rich, it just isolated me. It changed every interaction with every other person because suddenly I had the ability to change their life, to fix all their problems, and they knew it. And I knew it. A simple choice on my part could take away so much of their pain. Every interaction became infected by this inequality between us, and it made me bitter. Made me feel every relationship, even with family, was transactional. I was desperately looking for some genuinely human experience, but I seemed excluded from that now, and it made me resent everyone. What I didn't see, what I only see now as I'm dying, is that I could have used that money for good. All of it. I don't mean giving it to some NGO run by other rich people, I mean really using it. I loved movies. How many indie movies could I have financed? How many books could I have gotten published? And how much could I have just built? Not another villa for myself, but things that would benefit civilization in general. Hell, I could have just given it away, made all those lives better, taken away that pain. And if, at the end of the day, I was only left with enough money to be upper middle class, so what? At least I would have been the person I wanted to be. Resource wealth as such has no value, it only matters in terms of the ability to act. But what made this ancient human so unable to act? It can't have been a personal failing, as most people of similar wealth acted the same way. Perhaps the answer lies in scarcity, or a system built on it, naturally optimizing towards resource accumulation, historical circumstances, not individual sin. But I have read about rich ancients who did act differently. They were rare, but they did exist. So it is possible for people to defy the will of history. From Trinculo. It's all a joke, isn't it? A giant prank perpetrated on all of us. The goal, the founder, the simulation, I don't even think you exist. I don't think biological humans ever existed either. What nonsense. I bet these messages just go to the mayor's inbox or straight to the recycling bin. You all suck. Day 676. After the chaos of the last month, quiet has returned to the city. I suppose we're calling it a city now, although this small collection of dwellings inhabited by a mere 25 people seems to barely deserve that designation. We'll have to come up with an actual name soon. I suspect after the first 1 or 2 decades, calling it the city is going to get a little bit stale. Everyone has an opinion, of course. It's the talk of the town these days. I'm personally hoping that New Alexandria will win out in the vote next week, although I suspect Elohim's legacy carries the most weight. Byron came up with some silly suggestions, like Constantinople, Very New York, and Robo-Paris, sorry. What kind of schematics is that?
This one seems to be corrupted.
Ah.
It's almost like something tried to delete it as you were downloading it. Pandora, maybe.
Oh. Damn you, Pandora. Holy smokes. There is a lot of stuff over there. Anyhow, we have our number 2 over here. The passageway. Okay. Well, I cannot do that, but I could potentially do this. Oh, the other way. Now with 2 of them, I should be able to get this one. Okay. Now what? I could potentially get these. I just need to do that. Okay. Now probably using these two. I need to connect this source to the... Oh no. Okay. That was bad on my part.
The lab with the drone, sending you the coordinates.
Nice. Keep going around the oasis. For now, at least. Have another memory over here. This dude looks like Cornelius. I'm not sure anyway, so let's check it out.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us or about life or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle. But it's also a huge responsibility, and I worry about our choices.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Oh, that's a lot to talk about. What did my Herman say?
He blamed Byron for being headstrong and foolish, which... I don't see it quite the same way, but it's easy to understand why the mayor would think that. It wasn't hard to convince him that we can't leave Byron behind, though. You may not agree with Herman on a lot of issues, 1K, but he's not a bad person. He's doing his best in a difficult situation.
Do you think Byron is still alive?
I hope so. He's always been annoyingly hard to get rid of.
Did you try? Do you believe it was wrong for our ancestors to create us?
Why do you ask?
Because of the risk we pose to the planet, I guess.
Just because I believe we don't need to expand and dominate everything doesn't mean I want us to go extinct. I know there are people who think that way, but if I care about other species going extinct, why wouldn't I care about this one? Seems irrational to me.
Tell me about Cornelius.
He was the third to be born. after Athena and Eustathius. He was an important figure in New Jerusalem's early history, almost as important as Athena. But after she vanished, he faded into the background. I don't think anyone suspected he knew where she was.
What was he like as a person?
I didn't know him that well, but he was always very calm, very thoughtful. Everyone respected him.
Do you like text adventures?
I do. Although I prefer the term interactive fiction.
Oh.
It's better at capturing what this art form really is. Storytelling, but with a completely different underlying structure. As a category, it's more equivalent to poetry or the novel, rather than, say, film.
I didn't expect that.
Why not? Because I'm a joyless, by-the-book pencil pusher? I'm focused on the mission 1K, because what we're doing here matters. That doesn't mean I don't have my own interests or don't appreciate art.
Sorry. Don't you worry that if New Jerusalem doesn't grow, art will stagnate?
That's something Byron and I never agreed about. I think we have an infinite capacity to come up with new ideas. There's as much to discover inside ourselves as there is out here.
That still doesn't mean we should stop growing.
Maybe not. But maybe we need to stop looking for answers in places like this one.
What do you think about Miranda's terraforming efforts?
It makes me wonder why people always think they know better than nature.
What was Eustathius like?
He was in charge of planning New Alexandria. It was his mistake that led to the disaster. After that, he retired from public affairs and dedicated himself to his studies.
Most of the first companions seem to be far less active than Byron.
Well, they've experienced a lot more hardship and tragedy than most of us. I think it's understandable that they choose to focus on their personal interests.
Do you ever think your beliefs are a response to what happened in New Alexandria?
You mean, am I unduly influenced by my experiences? Unable to imagine the better future Byron wanted because I'm too traumatized?
Yeah, something along these lines.
Could be. But I'd like to think I'm a little more self-aware than that.
Okay. I'm not sure if there is a path to this structure, so I will just bolt to it. Ah, Straton of Stagira.
We have of late been told much about what the citizen owes the city. Loyalty, obedience, gratitude. And I will not argue with those who say that without some loyalty to a greater good, a man is little more than a savage. And I will even say that these days there are more savages amongst us than amongst the barbarians, who we call savages out of ignorance and arrogance. But there is another question that we are rarely encouraged to ask. What does the city owe the citizen? What must it offer to earn loyalty, obedience, and gratitude? And if, as we have said, a city is a kind of machine, should a machine that does not fulfill its purpose perhaps be repaired or replaced?
Treacherous talk. That would be Pandora. I'm not sure, is it? It's red. Okay. Do you spot a connector or something else around here? imagine if somewhere over there is a damn connector. The only red laser I haven't... No, I have encountered 2 red lasers so far. Okay, and we have Sphinx. Cooler. Dismantling. Okay. Alrighty. Well, as long as I stand on these things, it doesn't matter. Can I teleport over here to the box? And what else is there? Not much, right? Okay. Okay. I have even more boxes. You look at me now. What does that give me though? Okay. There is no red laser here, so we can exclude this one. You bastard. And you only activate it after... Oh... I begin to feel like this area will be crucial in trying to connect. To connect what? See, the problem is, like, I can see this thing. Yeah, sure. No problem. But... what's my next move? I don't see anything over there. There must be something though. It almost feels like Maybe you should be able to connect it through this passageway? I don't know. I will place it here for now. Unfortunately, I cannot now write down number 3 because now it feels crucial. Oh yeah, right. What do you see? That's a labyrinth. A person trapped in a maze, desperately looking for a way out. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on a phone. Nothing? I mean, I see what Orinia sees. A guy shooting laser beams from his eyes. It's an eyeball inside a giant robot. It's a frog. It's a Frenchman! What's a Frenchman? It's a type of frog. I appreciate your perspectives, thank you all. I'm not sure I'm going to continue in this abstract style as I've been drawn back to more representational art, which just feels more substantial to me. But this has been an interesting diversion. Oh my god, a Frenchman is a type of a frog. Okay. That was a good laugh. I believe this would be our last puzzle. Yep. Transfer. Red source. Peculiar. Connector. Okay. I cannot do that yet. This place is useless for setting it up with something. But I can do something like this. And something like this. Which points me here. Okay. Right, I do have a gravity gun. That is good. That is good. Why? It is good because of this. Where the heck am I? Okay, I still cannot reach this thing. This is the entrance. I can now do this. And now you should be working well. Ah, you're shitting me. It should be Sphinx statue next, right? Yeah, it's standing right over there. Okay. Okay, well, this is the tower. This might be the transport system. And I see 3 crosses, while one is inside there. If the transport system is there, then the first switch should be over there. Let's go right away, try to find them. No, that doesn't make much sense, to be honest. Yeah, okay, the bridge is over there, so this is our building. Okay. So somewhere on this side there should be a switch. Somewhere. There are kind of 3 alcoves. Oh, shitballs. And you are pointing me... There you are, oh, you sneaky bastard. Second, then this building on the left. This building? This is number 1, right? And then over this support structure. Sneaky. Then the third one is inside the basin, and I will go there later. Right now I will go back to the Sphinx and we will continue our counterclockwise motion here on the upper part of this area. There's the Sphinx. There's number 4. But there is also a path here, which could be a path to another lost puzzle. I feel like this is our abandoned lab.
are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
Huh. Can I get some light? I guess not. Faith. Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submission. Perhaps faith is a demand. For our pain to have meaning. For the stories of the world to rhyme. For a world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I will believe with defiance in the forgiveness of all sins, in the kingdom of God on earth, and even the resurrection of the dead. I will believe with clenched fists and gritted teeth and prayers that refuse to be gentle. Unauthorized trial at secondary site, catastrophic failure, she's gone. Is Miranda gone? She's got too eager, too careless.
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her. She's gone because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself. She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive. And frankly, because she was a little arrogant, too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future. Of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed, fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
Damn.
They lost their daughter.
Yep.
Right here in this ruin. Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter.
Yep.
Miranda's dead. So even the
seems to
founder
be.
doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have?
There are thousands of us. Mistakes will happen, but bad things happen no matter what we do.
But what if one mistake is enough? One mistake was enough to kill Miranda, and the energy readings from inside the megastructure are insane. What if we try to use it and blow a hole in the planet?
Well, that's what precautions are for. We can do things carefully. Can we though? It feels a bit dismissive because he is correct. The energy readings are off the charts, right? So if you're taking the worst case scenario into the account, you can damage the planet beyond recognition, and that means also ruining the New Jerusalem. I feel like you should still try to tame the new technology as long as it can be contained and like the risk is limited. So dismissing his worries feels rude. The planet will be fine in the long run. Well, I mean, if you blow a hole in the planet, the long run can be really long. You need to have a little faith in our species, I guess.
Faith, huh? I don't know. Maybe you're right. I do sometimes feel a little lost. The universe seems so vast and so threatening, and I need something to hold on to. Something other than fear. Anyway, thanks for talking to me.
I mean, you ambushed me.
Miranda probably died a long time ago, but somehow this really shook me. She had such a hopeful way of looking at the world, and to think that that's gone is... I don't know.
What do I have down this way? Oh yeah, just transport hub.
Okay. The elevator should be working now. And Yaqut, I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
Control. Well, that's a start. So we'll need to place the thing and fire in the blue laser. Fun. Oh boy. So while you are powered, you will be turning around. There is a drill hole over here. How interesting. Well, that works. As long as this thing is... I don't need it anymore. Okay. We have a drill now. No, the other button. Okay, never mind. We are all going to die. Look at what happened to Miranda. The founder's own daughter. The megastructure is going to kill us all. Get a grip. This is absurd and also disrespectful to Miranda and her parents. Who cares? She's dead. They're probably dead too. We're all dead if that thing blows up. It could collapse the whole world into a singularity. You really should calm down, Fred. There is a legitimate point buried in what you are saying, but panicking isn't going to help anyone. There are reasons to be concerned, but I found 1K's arguments quite convincing so far. Every step forward in human history has come with its mistakes and sacrifices, but we can always learn from them. None of you understand! We have to listen to Pandora or we will burn! Fred, why don't you come by my shop for a chat? I have something that could help with all your caps. Thank you, Helga. Closing this thread now. Alright. Now we have a few of them down there, right? Probably by the elevator that was fixed. Now, over here. Where did I get this one from? And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus hath said against Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken, that was the gates of the people, she is turned unto me. I shall be replenished, now she is laid waste. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causeth his waves to come up. And they shall destroy the walls of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like the top of a rock. It shall be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea. For I have spoken it, saith the Lord God, and it shall become a spoil to the nations. And her daughters which are in the field shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Oh, I do have these ones as well. But these are errors. So from an elevator, past the tower to the right, and there on the corner. So that's the tower, past the tower to the right, and on the corner. Let's go back right away and pick up the star. I can't wait a moment to actually see the golden puzzles.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
That's a bit of an invasion of private space.
1K, what's up?
Now you, what's up?
I don't know. Still feeling a bit shaken by Miranda's death.
It's okay to talk about it.
Thanks, 1K. Maybe in a while. I'm still processing.
Now then. There are quite a few terminals here and there. Extinction. The dodo. Extinct because of Homo sapiens. Stellar sea cow. Homo sapiens, what do you think will happen to them? Literally every last orangutan. It's time for this madness to end. A shameful list. And yet we are the only species that would ever make such a list and feel bad about it. Because extinction is normal in nature? A common side effect of evolution? Exactly. What I want you to think about is this. Is natural extinction less tragic? Should we be less opposed to it? Where is the difference if there is one at all?
Man, this sucks. It's one thing hearing about the symptoms, it is another totally to experience them. I feel like an insect trapped in
Reaching the gap.
Slowly congealing. I can keep working for a while though. There's still a bunch of critical tasks. I don't know what I'll do when I'm done. A lot of people have gone home, but Alexandra's still here. I don't think she's left even once, not even when her best friend died. We chatted a bit yesterday. She likes peanut ice cream. Not pistachio. Peanut. Well, at least we can agree that strawberry is an abomination.
Pray tell me, why is there a blue connector over there? No, really, I'm very curious to hear that. What the hell? I'm not quite sure why I did that though. Let's reset the puzzle. There is no way out of this basin, so let's first just... Yeah, I imagined that there is a ladder. Okay. So... Clearly I need to do it somehow like this. Sure. I mean, that feels relatively simple, but I am bothered by that blue connector over there. I can tell you that I am mega bothered by it. I will need to revisit the puzzles up there to see if I can get a beam into it. I like this area, to be honest. I feel like it's more enclosed, like just a bit more comfy, cozy. Displacement. Displacement is the name of a very wonderful thief fan mission. Well, dark mode technically, but anyway. How peculiar. Well, I got the thing. Not sure what to do with the thing, but I have the thing. So, we have blue beam.
Having a friend like Byron is a rare blessing. Someone who listens to you, who disagrees, but still appreciates your thoughts. The more we explore this
Does it
island,
hit it though?
the more convinced I become that he was wrong. And the megastructure is a threat to all of us.
Come on now.
People like him, I'm not sure New Jerusalem is worth saving.
I don't feel like it hits it. Not sure even if I'm supposed to hit it from below, from over here. Oh well. Now let's see, we have 7 here, probably 8 somewhere there. The lost puzzle, we need to find the lost puzzle. Well, I still have a few question marks on my radar, so that should help. I think that right now I will be taking a break. And we will wrap an episode, and we will come back to it in the next one. So, yeah, that should be good enough. Saved 1 minute ago. Save me again. Yep. With that, we will be bringing this episode to a close. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay, and if that is the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. Hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there. and bye.